I'll put it here.
All right, we're live in the group. So
Right.
I don't even need to give you guys really introductions. I'm sure most people know who you are, but this is McKay and Leon from our leadership team, and I'll let them take it away.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jessica. Super excited to be on with you all today. Thank you for the invite. We really appreciate the opportunity just to spend time with all of you today and just kind of talk through a few things. Again, my name is Leon Attidy. I'm Executive Director of Leader Development here in North America. So I'm super excited to have McKay on the team with me, who is one of our leader development managers. We used to be called regional sales managers, the regional sales team. We've since changed the name to leader development because that's more of what we do. We focus on working with you leaders, helping you as you move forward towards those goals that are most important to you, whether it's a rank advancement or it's an incentive trip, like a trip to Kona, or whatever it is that you're working towards, or you have team members that are working towards. That is what this team is built to do. We're built to support you in that area. And McKay is the leader development manager in the West region, and he just does a phenomenal job. I felt super blessed to work with McKay. I worked with his brother for several years, many years, at another network marketing company, and they have network marketing is just in their blood. Like his mom and dad are huge networkers. His brother as well worked with him in a company, and now he's full-time network marketing. And so McKay just gets the business. He's got it since a very young age. And I knew I had to have him on my team just because of that, because he has such a love and a passion for helping others, helping us achieve their goals, and just a really good understanding of what it takes to be successful in this industry. And he has a love and a passion for young living. So I feel super excited to work with him and blessed to work with him. And today we are just taking a few minutes, so taking a little bit of time with you all to share a few things, kind of the inside track of kind of what we see that's happening right now within Young Living, kind of what I'll share a little bit more what I see happening inside the industry and here at Young Living, and just kind of give you a little sneak peek on a few things and just share some insights that we have on leaders that are finding success in ways that they've been able to find success of late. So without further ado, I'll turn the time over to our leader development manager over the West region, McKay Barkdale. McKay, time's yours.
Thanks, Leon. And thank you, Jessica, for having us on. I know you were mentioning some of the names of the people who in the Spruce Society, you said, who are in this group. And I recognize a lot of them. And I know I've worked with a lot of you. And I just love this company. I love all of you guys being able to work and to see with what you guys are doing. I honestly feel really blessed to be a part of it. And for those of you who haven't worked with us, and Leon kind of talked about it a little bit, but we really try to take with what the field is doing right now and to try, and we reach out to a lot of leaders and relay a lot of that information for what the field is doing with what's working. And we've seen a lot of things that are working, but I think the thing that we want to talk about today, kind of the main theme, is narrowing the focus. Right. There's been the last couple of years have been kind of crazy. Right. And we want to try to get back to the things that work, that we know build the business, and that get leaders, organizations moving. And so I want to share a couple of things that I've noticed and that I've talked to with some leaders that I've worked with in the past and are currently working with right now and what they're doing. So I'm not going to mention her name. I got permission, but she gave me permission to talk a little bit about her path to silver. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and to talk about the silver leader that hit silver in 2021. And I talked with her a little bit about what got her there. And she said that she made sure that everything that she did was duplicatable. That everything that she did, somebody could look at and they can walk away with to say, I can do that. Okay, so there's some numbers you guys are looking at on the screen right now in some graphs and everything. I'll explain with what that means. But the graph on the left, you're going to see some colors: purple, red, orange. The orange is silver, the red is executive, and the lighter purple is senior star, and the darker purple is star. So you can see that in 2021 in July that she hit silver. And then on the graph on the right, you can see her personal enrollments in purple and her organization or team enrollments in green. Here's the really cool thing that we can look at about this, is that this leader is consistently doing about 1 to 2 enrollments a month. Maybe 1 month here, some months here and there, she's getting more, but consistently she's doing about 1 to 2. And then her organization enrollment, she's trying to get her team to do the same. And she does this in a variety of different ways, whether it's in person, sharing her stories on social media, but she kind of does a combination of a lot of these different things. So there's a lot to learn from with this. And this is where we want to get back to with narrowing the focus. You can stop sharing now, Leon. Is that the big thing that she was mentioning, and that with what we've noticed with a lot of leaders, is that a really simple system to follow is contact, invite, and follow up. Okay, contact, invite, and follow up. So what does that mean? How many people am I contacting each day? Set a goal for yourself. Maybe, I know everybody's in a lot of different life circumstances. I've worked with single moms who work full-time jobs, and how many they can contact in a day might look different than somebody else, and that's okay, but they're consistent about it. So how many people am I contacting a day? All right, invite. What am I inviting my leaders to do? How many leaders am I inviting each day? Am I inviting them onto a Facebook Live? Am I inviting them to an in-person class? Am I inviting them to try one of our products? Think about something that you can invite somebody to every single day, okay? And then follow up. Who do I need to follow up with? Who have I given an oil to in the past? Who have I spoke to about Young Living? Who have I gone to coffee with that, like maybe a couple of weeks back? Who do I need to follow up with? I know it sounds really simple, and sometimes we're talking about these things like, well, of course, right? But some of us are really good at maybe a couple of these things, but it's really crucial that we get really good at all three: contact, invite, and follow up. We've seen, I was chatting with a leader just a couple of weeks ago, and we brought up the same topic: contact, invite, and follow up. They were struggling to find some enrollments. We talked about it. We set some goals and stuff with what we're looking for and what things need to be done. And she comes back and she gets 5 enrollments after a couple of weeks. So it works, right? And I think just being able to, by following these simple things, is really going to help a lot. So I have a challenge for you guys. And this isn't a challenge for the next month or for the next 6 months or the next year, but this is a challenge that I want to give to you for the rest of your business with Young Living, and that is to try to strive for just 2 enrollments a month. Okay, I know I'd say just 2. I know each enrollment is very difficult, and it's a really great achievement to get. But 2, as you can see with the example with what I just shared beforehand, is that we can see that consistent growth will happen, and there's a lot of stuff that comes from 2. If people are ordering 100 PV each month for their loyalty order, that basically gets their loyalty order paid for, right? Or very close, or mostly covered. So that's big for a lot of individuals, right? 2 also helps people who are early in the ranks get a really good taste of what it's like to make a commission check. And that can inspire them to want to do more. So 2 is a very powerful number. And maybe sometime we can, and Jessica, we can talk a little bit about it, but maybe sometime in the future we can talk about how the power of 2 and that whole structure will help build out Star and Senior Star and so forth. But there's a lot of power that comes from 2, and we've seen a lot of tremendous business growth come from that. So that's the challenge that I want to leave with you guys, is think about that. Okay, have I gotten my 2 people this month? Who are the 2 people that I can bring in to Young Living and have them experience these incredible products? And think about yourself, and let your upline know about some of your goals that you have to try to get those too. And we're happy to help. I know that there's a lot of people on this call. I know there's a lot of people in this group who span the entire country, and we have a team of incredible leaders who cover the entire country to help strategize in building your business with you. Obviously, we're not uplines, right? But we take with what the leaders are doing out in the field that are working and relay that information to you guys. So that's the challenge that I have. I've been talking to a couple other people, and I don't want to leave too many challenges, but it's something that we've seen in that Kona, right? Kona just got launched at the very beginning of the year. And we've seen that if you get 20 points, that's the first entry into our rewards, which you can get a list of incredible products with. And some people have already hit their 20. Some people have gotten 10. And if you don't think that you can qualify for Kona, I promise you can. You are absolutely within the rankings. And so another challenge that I have for you, I don't want to leave too much, but it's a big push. But if you can get your 20 by the end of February, that'll give you a really good head start into the rankings. And to get 20, that's we did some math and calculation on it, but it's enrolling 5 people at 100 on loyalty. And if you've already enrolled people, then you're at a head start to do that. So, but yes, that's what I have for you today. And again, love to continue to connect. And so please reach out. You can find me and the rest of our team on Facebook. It's our first and last name with YL at the end of it, and we'll be happy to connect.
Awesome. Thanks, McKay. Appreciate you sharing that with everyone. And I love the challenge. I love the opportunity to be a part of challenges. It's always an opportunity to kind of get things rolling and get things happening, right? Beginning of the year is always kind of like takes a little bit of time for everybody to kind of wake up and kind of get ready and kind of going. The holidays always put a little bit of a little haze over us for a little bit, and then we start getting things going around now. So super excited for things to start happening with Kona. We're seeing a lot of movement right now, and we're excited about that. We're actually putting together some goal trackers that we're going to be sending out for you guys to track your goals and track the way to, as you move up to get 20, 30, and 40 points, and track your goals, even as you start getting into the qualifications to go to Kona as well. And we'd love to send those out to you. We'd love to know what those are. We'd love for you to send them back to us. We were talking about maybe printing them out and putting them all over our offices, and so you can see those and just kind of help hype ourselves up and get excited for all those of you that are working towards heading to Kona and getting the reward oils as well. I have an opportunity to talk a little bit about it, and I kind of wanted to share a few things that have been on my mind of late as the new year is upon us, and as we're moving into what I call go time here at Young Living. As we're moving into that, some of the things that I've been thinking about is just the opportunity that we have at Young Living to do something really special. And we talk as a team about this quite a bit. This company, Young Living, and those of you that have been here for a bit know how special this company is and know the difference in the heartbeat of this company. And how different it is from other companies. And even McKay, with knowing all the different network marketing companies and all the ones that we have just right here around our office. Like McKay, if we headed 10 miles north or 10 miles south, we'd probably run into 20, maybe even more, 30 network marketing companies. This is just kind of like the mecca or the hub to network marketing companies. And what we found and what I found, I started straight out of college. I started working for a network marketing company while I was still in school. And then when I graduated, they asked me to go and open up a lifestyle center, an experience center for them out in California. And I did that for many years in Orange County. It was awesome just spending time and learning the ropes from some of the best in the industry. And since then, all of us kind of that worked for that company, we've all branched off and we're within different companies. And like, for example, McKay's brother, Gavin, who I'm still good friends with, and a lot of my friends that are now GMs of New Skin and Melaleuca and all these other companies. And we talk quite a bit about the difference of the different companies within the industry and who they are and what they're doing and what they're about. And I love the fact that Young Living is one of those companies that is highly regarded as one of those just a player, just the top tier company out there, that we're one of those companies that people look to and understand as the company that kind of sets the pace. That really shows everyone our ethics and who we are. We play fair and nice in all the arenas that we need to, and I love being a part of that. And what I love more than anything, I love that we're a heartbeat company over a spreadsheet company. And as you get out there, you see just the different companies that are out there, the ones that are about the bottom line and about the spreadsheet, about just making their investors happy and taking care of things that way, which is it's not who we are. And there's something very unique and different to say about that. And I don't want to go too far into that, but I just want to say that it's so fun to be part of a legacy company, a company that is here, we are 28 years into an over 100, 150, 200 year run, or longer, who knows how long, but we are just, we're just in the beginning stages still. This company has so much further to go. And I love being a part of that. I love knowing that this is a legacy company. This is a company that has no plans to sell out or anything like that. This is a company that has generational income, a company that will continue to plan to pass on from generation to generation. As we see Jacob, who was literally just on our floor like 2 minutes ago, walking around, and as we run into Jacob Young and we run into these young men, now they're men, as we run into them and spend time with them, it is so cool to see their passion, the passion they have for this company. For me, it's been really eye-opening as I spent some time with Jacob at St. Mary's, and as we spent time together just a few months ago, and I really got to know him, and I really got to see where his head was at and what he was thinking, and get to understand, and just to know his passion, his love, his understanding for business, and his understanding of what we need to do to be successful. He has his dad's grit and determination, and love for this company, and love to see it succeed. In the time that I've been here, I can honestly say that we've never had an executive team like we have now. Our executive team is just an incredible group of individuals who are focused on doing the right thing and doing the thing that will help us to become very, very successful. I've seen a lot of things happen in several different areas that get me really excited and really pumped up. Well, it's one of those areas is innovation. Just to see our scientists, see Mark Bartlett, and to see HK Lynn and just Rich Carlos, and to see these guys and just to see what they're working on and how excited they get. I had HK just grab me the other day and pull me into his lab, pull me into the lab and pull me into his office and just show me some of the things that they're working on, and ask me if I thought that the field would be excited about these I can't say, but these things that they're working on. As I saw it talking about it, I just said, are you kidding me? These are game changers, HK. Keep going, man. Like, he is so excited. He gave me a big hug and he's like, yes, that's what I wanted to hear, you know. And now that we have Mark Bartlett, he has the love and the passion for Young Living. I was talking to him the other day when he was new and just asked him what he thought about Young Living. He's like, you know what, this company has something very unique and special, and I just feel blessed to be a part of it now that I've had the opportunity to be here for a couple of weeks and spend time inside these walls. I see who this company really is. I see the heart of this company, and I feel so blessed to be a part of it. And that's Mark Bartlett. He is just amazing and super excited for the innovation that we have coming up. One of the other areas that I feel really excited about is transparency. And just how we are becoming very transparent. You know, if you go to our first floor on our here at the Young Living building, right as you walk in, those of you that have been here, you'll run right into the lab. Right on the right, you see it, and it's all surrounded by glass. And it's surrounded by glass because we have nothing to hide. We want people to see who we are, what we do, and how we've become the world leader in essential oils, because we are. I love that we're putting up cameras. We're putting up cameras at all of our different farms to live stream the seed to sale process. Like, I can't wait for those all to go live, for you to have the opportunities to see and just hop on and just see, hey, you know, there's Brett Packer. What's he doing? Get to work, Brett. But no, honestly, just like see what's going on with them and spend some time seeing the seed to sale process happen, you know, just right before your eyes. I love that. I love the transparency and I love the science. I know I already talked about kind of Mark and his team and HK, but I love it. You know, there's been a lot of shade thrown at Young Living. Usually when you're on the top, you're the top dog, you get shade thrown at you. There are people, they're shooting arrows at you because they want to knock you off. You know, they want a piece of the pie and they want what you have. And the thing that I love about science is that science completely just shatters all of that. Like, you can say all you want, you can throw shade, you can do whatever you want, you can make up some stories. But science backs that up. Like, science, like, you know, you can't get around science. You just can't, right? Science is able to disprove and prove the realities of who this company is, what our products are, the blessing that our products are to people. And I love that. I love how focused we are right now. Our team, our here at Young Living, we're focused on supporting you, but we have our other teams all throughout this building right now. If you're to walk to the different floors, they're focused 100% on improving your experience. That's been a call to action. A call to action that we're focused on is improving your experience, improving your enrollment experience, improving your shopping experience, improving these experiences that you have, the fulfillment, the warehouses that we've just opened up and are planning to open up throughout the US. As we continue, we just opened up Buffalo, and as we continue to open and look into California and look into these other areas of opening up and putting these warehouses, these fulfillment centers, that will be able to get you your product quickly and effectively so that you and your customers can have a great experience and look back at it and be like, wow, that was a solid experience. Even some of the cool new packaging that I've seen of late, the new boxes that I've seen of late that, you know, say Scent with Love, spelled SCENT, you know, and some cool things like that. I'm just so excited about that because that really is working to improve your experience. Some of the things that we're doing to create just a long form enrollment that will be really easy and simple, that you can hop on the page and get people enrolled quickly, effectively, and make sure that everything is done right. So we are focused on that. Experience is the name of the game right now, and that is our main focus, to give you and your team members the best experience possible. Education, as you continue to see as we move forward, see the SIL, we're starting to put out videos. You'll see more done by Mark Bartlett's team and by our farms than you have ever seen before. Our stories, our education are a huge part of who we are. We know that, and we will make it easier and more simple for you to share the seed to sale story, the young living story, the things that have happened here that make us who we are, that make it the heartbeat of who we are. We're doing everything we can to make those quick as just a send button, a click to watch, see, share, and have those at your fingertips to share really who this company is and what Seed to Seal is all about and what our products are all about. And so you'll see that that's a huge focus this year. You'll see that come out. Simplicity is probably the most important thing that we're working on, is simplifying every single thing that we do. And so you'll see us really focus in on simplicity this year and making sure that everything we do, whether it's a trip to Kona and a Kona challenge, or it's a 50% fast start bonus, you'll see that we've really kind of honed in the way that every program that we move forward with has 4 requirements that we are not backing down from. And these 4 requirements, so everything we put this as like the base. Every alignment meeting I'm in, every strategy meeting that I'm in, we talk about as we move forward with some of these cool, awesome concepts that I cannot wait for you to have and see. But some of they have to fall into this criteria. And the criteria is that they have to, number one, be simple, very simple and easy to understand. So that's duplicatable, right? Number 2, they have to be worth it. So like the 50% fast start. Now, when you enroll somebody, not only you're going to get $75 for getting that enrollment, right? That is so worth it. And we know that. And we're working on ways to make it even more worth it, to get you paid even faster, to find ways to get you the money up front when you get somebody enrolled and get you paid, to make it totally worth it for you, right? And simplifying the process and making it easy so it is even more worth it for you. It also has to be part of a system. You've seen us kind of in the past, we've kind of looked at some things and we've kind of got overzealous a little bit. And we've thrown things out a little bit too soon. And so we want to make sure that we don't do that anymore. And so everything that you see from now on will be part of a system, right? It won't be something that and it will be permanent. That the last thing is that it'll be part of a system, number 3. And number 4, the last thing that it will be is it'll be permanent and sustainable. It'll be something that comes in and something that we continue to do. Maybe an incentive trip isn't completely permanent, but things like fast start bonus, the 50% fast start bonus, and so the second month oil diffusers that you get for your second month on loyalty rewards and things like that. Those things are, and when they're put into a program, they will be they'll be permanent. That's one of our criteria, is to make sure that they're permanent. And so I just say is kind of you're moving forward, and as you're thinking about what you're doing in this year and your focuses this year. I love what McKay said in contacting, inviting, and following up. Because as you hone in your processes, as we hone in our processes, as we get back into some really great alignment to get great results. One of my favorite quotes, I share it all the time, and I love it because it's from one of my favorite books as well. It comes from Stephen R. Covey's The 8th Habit. And in the chapter, helping others to find their voice, which I love because I feel like it's what you guys do on a daily basis. You help others find their voice to share great products and bless people's lives. In that chapter of Stephen R. Covey, The 8th Habit, he talks about alignment and how important it is. And he shares this quote, and he says that all organizations are perfectly aligned to get the results they get. Again, all organizations are perfectly aligned to get the results they get. And when we get out of alignment, our results vary, right? And we know that. And we know that here inside these walls, inside of corporate, we know that you all are basically the walls that hold this building up, the foundation of this building, and the walls and the structure that hold this company up. And that we know that in order for us to be very effective moving forward, that we need to take care of you, that we need to simplify things, that we need to really hone in on things. And then in order for us to get into really good alignment, to get those great results that we've been getting and improve upon that again and get back to in some areas, as we do that, we know and are confident. And I'm so confident, more confident than I've ever been, as I sit in meetings with Ben, Jeff, just this whole incredible team, from Colby to Mary to Ben to Jeff. They just have a determination and love for you guys, tears in their eyes as they think about you and tell stories about you and talk about the way things need to be in order to support you. As they do that, we are getting into alignment to get just the best results we've ever gotten. And I hope that as you look at your business, as you start to hone in your business this year, as you start to think about your business, as you start to kind of get a baseline. That's why I love it when you guys reach out to our team, because our team has some tools that we can send you. We have a leader health dashboard that we use to determine the health of your organization, where we can show you pies and charts and graphs and show you the health of your organization. We also send out quarterly, if you like that, we'd send out leader snapshots that give you kind of like a quick snapshot of your business and show you kind of where your business is at. And it just gives you an opportunity to really look at kind of where your business is at, to start to set baselines of where your business is at, and then for us to talk through things that we've picked up from some of the people out in the field that are finding success right now, from all those leaders that are, already have 50, 60 points, 40 points, I should say, in Kona, right? The Kona challenge, and that are getting points, and are finding out what they're doing, finding out how they're finding success. What are the areas that they're working in? And McKay shared it perfectly today. Those people that are finding success in Kona, the people that are finding success in, Young Living, their focus right now is contacting, inviting, and following up. And what I've seen right now of late, I've seen a lot of teams that are finding success are really focusing in on warming up their contact list. So keep kind of what McKay talked about, putting that contact list together. They're starting to go ahead and start to think like, okay, who are my circles? Who are they? Who do I know? How am I connecting with them? What things do we have in common? Number one, they start to kind of do a little self-analyzation of themselves and say like, all right, who are my circles? Who are the people I connect with? Who are the people, where do they get their news from, right? Where do they get their information from? Is it from Facebook? Is it from blogs? Is it from the TV? Where do they kind of get their information from? Where do they connect with the outside world from? What kind of station of life are they in? Are they, do they have young kids? Are they empty nesters? Where are they at in kind of their station of life? What are, and they'll just kind of go through and kind of like figure out, kind of decide what's important to them and what's important to the circles that are around them. As they start to do that, they'll start to build lists, right? Okay, this is my list of people that I know in this circle, right? This is my list of people that I know in that circle, and start to hone in on what are some of the products that might be beneficial, that might be important to those people, or what is even the opportunity that lies here with 50% fast start bonus. Some of the cool things that we're doing here that might be important to these people that I might be able to weave into just a regular conversation. And then they'll start to just reach out and start to warm up that list by just reaching out and saying, hey, how are things going? Haven't spoken in a while, and start just to connect and make connection a part of what they do, right? And as they make connection a part of what they do, over time, a little bit of that connection may not be the first contact or the first exposure, as we say sometimes, right? That first connection with them, it might be the second or third connection, but you can bring up how these products have been a huge benefit to you in your lives. And the example I always use of doing that, and a really easy way to do that, is just kind of think what circles you're in outside of your 9 to 5 or outside of your day, right? What are some of the things? For me, I'm in the softball world. Like that's kind of what I do. Like I'm in softball and baseball, but I'm known more in the softball world. My daughter plays D1 collegiate softball, and a lot of the people in this area kind of look up to me a little bit. If like, man, he's able to get his daughter there, his daughter plays there. What are the things he did? And we're able to do that. And so they'll ask me, what are some things that that you've done in this area or that area? Just the other day, I had someone ask me about mindset. What is it that you do for, mindset to really get your daughter? What is the things that you did to get her mentally strong? I talk about my youngest daughter now, who's probably going to be better than my oldest that's playing at, collegiate level. And they asked me, what are the things you do? And I said, you know what? It's really simple what we do. My daughter, from a young age, she would take Valor. It's an essential oil. I don't really get into it until they ask me more questions. It's an essential oil that called Valor. And it has some properties that are known to help us with clarity and be able to focus. And she takes that, and in the evenings, she does 3 nights a week. She walks through her mental game. She does her mental walkthroughs where she sees herself on the mound, and she sees herself pitching, and she sees herself getting strikes and hitting her spots and doing all of that. And as she does that, she's smelling Valor. And then when she gets called into a game, she'll actually grab some Valor out of her backpack, rub it in her hands, and she'll breathe it in and just mentally see herself performing and doing well. And then she'll go out and perform, and usually does really, really well. And so that's one of the ways that she does perform some prepares herself mentally to be successful on the field, and that's a quick, easy way, something to share. I've had others ask me, like, how does she keep up when she pitches in those long tournaments? There's Cool Azul. That we actually use this product called Cool Azul, and it's a product that she uses. She rubs on her shoulders and on her arms to keep herself loose and to keep her arms. And so there's just different things that you can share. Like that's my circle. That's one of my circles, right? And so my suggestion is just getting back to the basics, creating an opportunity, starting to warm up your list, like creating your list of those circles and kind of writing out kind of who you are and what you're knowing the vibe, your vibe, right? So you can start to create your tribe, right, of people that you're going to reach and contact. And as you do that and walk through the steps that McKay explained on contact, invite, and follow up, you will see real success. I see people are starting to really gravitate towards just meaningful conversations and getting back just to that face-to-face meaningful conversations, and really still using social media more as a platform, not to fully communicate, but just to set up, some meaningful conversations and some communication. As you do that, man, people connect and people are looking for what we have. We were talking about this the other day, McKay and I were talking about this today. People were talking about gut health all the time, and it makes me laugh a little bit when people think that just one serum or one product is going to, change your gut and change your gut health. It's not just one thing, right? It is actually, when you think about it, it is just overall wellness and really proper nutrition, taking and putting that proper nutrition into place, your overall mental wellness and your nutritional wellness, and all the great products that we have here at Young Living, from Master Formula to Soul Design to just all of them. All the great products that we have here from Nisha Red and the things that we have here are built to help you to get into that optimal state of nutrition, and really to help you even with your gut and with your optimal nutrition. And that's what we love. That's what Young Living is all about. It's all about overall wellness. It's about just who we are as a company. And we've had this heartbeat for 28 years, and nothing's changing anytime soon. We are farmers, we're families, we're creators, we're distillers, and we're dreamers. And that's what I love about coming to work. I feel super blessed to be a part of this company. So
Can I share one thing real fast?
Yeah.
You're talking about who's your inner circle. Something cool that Eric Worre talks about. He said that the majority of people who are higher up leaders in network marketing companies, the leaders who are on their team are people that they met after they started with the company. So that's something that's kind of cool to think about. And think of yourselves as relationship builders, right? We're always trying to seek ways just to find and develop new relationships. And that is really cool to know, because it's not just well, I don't know a ton of people right now. That's okay. As you continue to talk and you build relationships with people, that circle will grow. It does. And as Eric Worre says, he said the people who talk to the most people wins in this game, right? And the people who are in your leaders, the leaders in your organization, are most likely going to be people that you met after you started with Young Living. So be thinking about that too, and that will help a lot.
Awesome. That's all I have. I don't have anything else. Jessica, do you have anything else you wanted from us? We're so excited to work with you guys. Please use our team. Please work with our team. We love just connecting with you. We love filling in the best we can from our perspective on things, from what we've seen, and just sharing with you and talking you through and looking at your organization and walking you through some of the things that we've learned from working with Jessica Petty's of the world, from working with all these great diamonds and platinums and crown diamonds and royal crown diamonds. That's who we get to work with on a daily basis. And we get trained by the best. Young Living's good to us. They bring in the top tier trainers. I've sat at the feet of Darren Hardy, of Eric Worre, of just to have the opportunity to be trained by some of the best. And we feel super blessed that way, and to be trained by you guys as well. And that's what we try to do. We just try to create platforms to share and create cross-pollination throughout the field, to share all the great ideas and things that are working and things that we see. So
what you're saying about the top leaders not being your closest friends, not that I don't have any of my closest friends as my top leaders, but the majority by and large are people I didn't even know when I started. And that includes my own upline, my enroller. I didn't even know her. So, you can enroll anybody into your organization and they can become a diamond. And to be honest, I've got a huge family, only a small, I can count them on one hand. A number of people have reached out to me about Young Living. By and large, it was just acquaintances, friends of friends, people I met at events, or social media. So yeah, there's a big world out there besides just the people you know.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thanks, you guys. You're awesome.
Thanks so much, Jessica.
Thanks for having us on, Jessica.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Love to have you again.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.